Hello students, in this lecture we will do chapter number 1 democratic politics. What is democracy and why democracy? Question number 1. Here is some information about 4 countries. Based on this information, how would you classify each of these countries? Right, democratic, undemocratic or not sure against each of these. So before doing this question, we must know the features of democracy. First feature is, in a democracy, the final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people. Second feature is, a democracy must be based on a free and fair election who those currently in power have a fair chances of losing. Third one is, in a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote and each vote must have one value. And fourth feature is, a democratic government rules within limits set by the constitution, law and citizens' right. So we will apply these features in solving this question. Country A. People who do not accept the country's official religion do not have the right to vote. This is undemocratic. Country A is undemocratic. Because if we'll apply the feature third of democracy, in a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote and each vote must have one value. Okay, so hence country A is undemocratic. Country B, the same party has been winning elections for the last 20 years. Okay, applying feature number second, a democracy must be based on a free and fair election where those currently in power have a fair chances of losing. So it can win also election. It can also win the election. That country can win the election and lose. It can lose also the election. Okay, so we are not sure. So country B is, we are not sure whether it is democratic or undemocratic. Country C, ruling party has lost in the last 3 elections. Again, we will applying the second feature of democracy, that a democracy must be based on a free and fair election where those currently in power have a fair chances of losing. So hence, country C is democratic. Now, D option, country D, there is no independent election commission. This is undemocratic because again, second feature of democracy, a democracy must be based on a free and fair election, and free and fair election will be conducted by election commission. So hence election commission must be independent. All right. So you must learn the 4 features of democracy. Then only you can apply these into solving these questions. Question number 2. Here is some information about the 4 countries. Based on this information, how would you classify each of these countries, right, democratic, undemocratic, or not sure against each of these? Country P, the parliament cannot pass a law about the army without the consent of chief of army. It is undemocratic. Because feature number 1, feature first says, in a democracy, the final decision-making powers must rest with those elected by the people. B, country Q, the parliament cannot pass a law reducing the powers of a judiciary. It is democratic. Because parliament cannot reduce the power of judiciary. Feature number 4, a democratic, A democratic government rules within the limits set by the constitutional law and citizens' right. And as per the constitutional law, democratic government have to rule. So therefore, democratic government cannot reduce the power of judiciary. Country R. The country's leader cannot sign any treaty with another country without taking permission from its neighboring country. It is again undemocratic. Because we can sign, we are a sovereign country as per the constitutional law. As per the constitution has given powers that we are a sovereign country. So we can take our decisions on our own. So a democratic government rules within limits set by the constitution, law and citizens' right. D is country, as all the major economic decisions about the country are taken by the officials of the central bank, which the ministers cannot change. So it is undemocratic. Because in a democracy, feature number 1, the final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people. Also, a democratic government rules within the limits set by the constitution, law and citizens' right. And in question, it is given all the major economic decisions. So, government will also be involved in taking the economic decision. Also, central bank. But all the decisions will not be taken by the central bank. Alright, hence it is undemocratic. Question number 3. Which of these is not a good argument in favor of democracy, and why? Okay, so we will see one by one. Before going to this question, you must revise this one. Remember, democracy as a form of government only ensures that people take their own decisions. This does not guarantee that their decisions will be good. And you must remember arguments in favor of democracy. First one is, a democratic government is a better government because it is much more accountable form of government. Second point is, democracy improves the quality of decision making. Third point is, democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. Fourth one is, democracy enhances the dignity of citizens. And fifth one is, democracy is better than other forms of government because it allows us to correct its own mistakes. Now coming to the question, which of these is not a good argument in favor of democracy and why? Option A is, people feel free and equal in a democracy. Yes, it is a good argument in favor of democracy. Democracy is resolve okay, I will take here. B is, democracies resolve conflict in a better way than others. Yes, it is also in favor of democracy. Democratic government is more accountable to the people. Yes, it is also a argument in favor of democracy. Democracies are more prosperous than other. It is obviously wrong. So answer is D. Answer. Because we have to find not a good argument. So D is not a good argument because you must learn this argument in favor of democracy. All these 5. All right. And the answer you have to write is in next is this one. Answer number 3. Democracies are more prosperous than others is not a good argument in favor of democracy because democracy as a form of government only ensures that people take their own decisions. This does not guarantee that their decisions will be good. Point number 1. Point number 2 is, prosperousness of a country depends on several factors like geography, economy, government policies, mineral resources, etc. And third point in this answer is, there are countries which are democratic but not prosperous than other countries. For example, India and China. India is a democratic country and China is non-democratic country. Still, it is more prosperous than India. Question number 4. Each of these statements contain a democratic and an undemocratic element. Write out of the two separately for each statement. So these are three statements. We have to write undemocratic and democratic elements for each statement. All right. So A. A minister said that some laws have to be passed by the parliament in order to conform to the regulations decided by the World Trade Organization. So minister said that some laws have to be passed by the parliament. So parliament will pass the law. It is a democratic element. Some laws have to be passed by the parliament. Obviously, then it is a democratic element. And in the latter part it is given in order to conform to the regulations decided by the World Trade Organization. So it is undemocratic element to conform to the regulation. Okay, to conform to the regulation decided by the World Trade Organization. B. The election commissions ordered re-polling in a constituency where large-scale rigging was reported. Okay, so democratic element is the election commission ordered re-polling. Okay, if there is some mistake in that election, then election commission ordered re-polling for that particular booth. Okay, undemocratic element was present, that is large scale rigging was reported. Question number 3. C. Women's representation in the parliament has barely reached 10%. This led to women's organization to demand one-third seats for women. So, democratic element is women's organization to demand one-third seats for women. And undemocratic element is women's representation in the parliament has barely reached 10%. So, women's are not given representation. It is nearly about 10%. So this is undemocratic element, and democratic element is they are demanding for the more seats, one-third seats for women. So they are demanding, that is democratic element. Question number 5. Which of these is not a valid reason for arguing that there is a lesser possibility of famine in a democratic country? Not a valid reason for arguing that there is a lesser possibility of famine in a democratic country. Okay. Opposition parties can draw attention to hunger and starvation. Yes, if there are opposition parties present, then they can draw attention to the hunger and starvation. Okay, free press can. Okay, before doing this, we must just read this about China. Okay, it is given in your textbook. So we must read this first one. First, China's famine of 1958 and 1961 was the worst recorded famine in the world history. Nearly 3 crore people died in this famine. Okay, during those days, India's economic condition was not much better than China. Yet, India did not have a famine of the kind China had. Okay, India's condition was also not good economically. India's condition was not much better than China. Yet, India did not have the famine of the kind China had. Economists think that this was the result of different government policies in the two countries. Okay, that because in India it is a there was a democratic form of government, and in China it is a communist form of government. It is not democratic there. Okay. The existence of democracy in India made the Indian government respond to the food scarcity in a way that Chinese government did not. Here, because of democracy, Indian government have to respond to the food scarcity. फूड की कमी थी तो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट उस पर एक्शन लिया उन्होंने, and Chinese government did not took the action. If China too had multi-party elections, an opposition party, and a free press, to criticize the government, then so many people may not have died in this famine. So important things are here are an opposition party and a free press, a press free to criticize the government, multi-party elections. These are the three conditions which China did not have. Okay, if these conditions वहां प्रेजेंट होती अगर तो चाइना में फेमाइन में इतने लोग नहीं मारे जाते. Now let's come to the question. Opposition parties can draw attention to hunger and starvation. Yes, correct. See here, result of the two different government policies. Okay, how existence of democracy in India made the Indian government to respond to the food scarcity. All right. Therefore, opposition parties can draw attention to the hunger and starvation. Yes. So it is not a valid reason. Free press can report suffering from famine in different parts of the country. Yes. Here you see here a press free to criticize the government. Third one is government fears its defeat in the next election. Yes. That's why the government will perform better so that in the next election they can win. All right. This fear was not present in Chinese government. People are free to believe in and practice any religion. This is not a valid reason. Hence, answer D is correct because he is asking not a valid reason. Hence, answer D is correct. Answer is D. Okay. Question number 6. Question number 6. There are 40 villages in the district where the government has made no provisions for drinking water. These villages met and considered many methods of forcing the government to respond to their needs. They are making the government to respond. They are forcing the government to respond. Which of these is not a democratic method? Remember, not a democratic method. Okay, filing a case in the courts claiming that water is a part of life, right to life. Yes, it is a democratic method. It is a democratic method. Okay, boycotting the next election to give a message to all parties. Yes, it is a democratic method. Organizing public meetings against government policies. Yes, it is a democratic method. Hence, paying money to government officials means corruption, bribe to get water. It is a undemocratic. Hence, answer is D. All right. D is not a democratic method. Question number 7. Write a response to the following arguments against democracy. Write a response to the following arguments against democracy. These arguments are against democracy, and we have to write a response. Question number question number 7 consists of 3 parts. So let us do these one by one. Question number A, 7th A. Okay, Army is the most disciplined and corruption-free organization in the country. Therefore, Army should rule the country. Answer: Army is the most disciplined organization in the country. However, it will be undemocratic if Army rules, as it is not elected by the people of the country. Okay, so principal feature number 1. Okay, because in a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people. That is feature number 1. All right, so you must learn all 4 features of the democracy, then you are able to easily write the answer. 7th B, rule of the majority means the rule of the ignorant people. What we need what we need is the rule of the wise, even if they are small in numbers. Okay, answer is the most common form that democracy takes in our times is that of a representative democracy. Most popular form of democracy in our time is representative form of democracy. In democracy, all the people do not rule, obviously, because there are large number of people. Population of a country is very large, so all the people cannot rule. A majority is allowed to take decisions on behalf of the people. Even the majority does not rule directly. The majority of the people rule through their elected representatives. Question number 7. C. If we want religious leaders to guide us in spiritual matters, why not invite them to guide us in politics as well? The country should be ruled by religious leader. Answer is India is a socially diverse country practicing different religions, and involvement of a religion in politics will lead to differences and conflicts. The preferences of one group can clash with those of the other groups. Yes, the preferences of one religion can clash with those of the other religion. Moreover, in a democracy, the final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people. Hence, if religious leader, if religious leader take parts in election and he is elected by the people, then he can become a political leader. Remember. Question number 8. Are the following statements in keeping with democracy as a value? Why? So it consists of three parts. Let us do one by one. Question number 8, part A. Father to daughter. I don't want to hear your opinion about your marriage. In our family, children marry where the parents tell them to. Answer is the statement does not keep with the democracy as a value. Obviously, because daughter opinion is not considered. In democracy, second point is a democratic decisions involves consultation with and consent of all those who are affected by that decision. So daughter will be affected by the decision. Hence, her opinion is important. So therefore, his opinion must be here. Question number 8b. Teacher to student. Don't disturb my concentration by asking me questions in the classroom. Answer is the statement does not keep with democracy as a value because the student are not allowed to ask questions. It is their rights. It is their right to ask question. A democratic decision involved consultation with and consent of all those who are affected by that decision. Question number 8, part C. Employee to the officer. Our working hours our working hours must be reduced according to the law. Okay. Answer is the statement keep with democracy as a value because as per the law, the employee working hours must be reduced. Okay. As per the law. लॉ के अकॉर्डिंग वर्किंग आवर्स क्या होने चाहिए रिड्यूस होने चाहिए सेकंड इज a democratic government rules within limits set by the constitutional law and citizens right feature number 4 so if you remember all the four features of democracy 5 arguments in favor of democracy you can solve most of the question okay student so students question number 9 and Question number 10 we will do in next lecture. All right. Thank you, students.